I'm going to go ahead and do an example from the worksheet. Here we have problem number 8. We have this quadratic equation, and we need to get it in standard form so that we can factor it and solve it. First thing I notice is we have this over here with this binomial raised to the second power. So what that means is we're multiplying 2x minus 3 times 2x minus 3. I'm going to use the box method to multiply that out. So 2x minus 3 and 2x minus 3. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and multiply these things. We get 4x to the second power, negative 6x, negative 6x, and 9. So, combining like terms here, we're going to get negative 12x. I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this. 4x squared minus 12x plus 9 equals 18 minus 12x. Right. Now, we're getting closer. Now we need to get this in standard form. We need to make one side 0. It's going to be a little bit easier for us to make this right side 0. There's less going on. So I'm going to subtract 18. That makes 0. Do that on both sides. And I'm going to add 12x. And I have a like term over here. I'll go ahead and add 12x. All right, so the right side is 0. That's great. That's what we're going for. And the left side, we have 4x squared. Right here, we get negative 12x plus 12x. That's actually going to give us 0x. I could leave that off, but I'm going to write it like that for now. And minus 9. 9 minus 18. Negative 9. All right. So we have our trinomial. It's in standard form. We could go ahead and try to factor this using our x and box method, but there's actually a little bit of a faster way. Since this is 0, I can go ahead and rewrite this as 4x squared minus 9 equals 0. And this is something that comes up quite often. This is difference of squares. These are both perfect squares, and they are subtracted. So we could be thinking about this as 2x to the second power minus 3 to the second power. And once we notice that, we can apply our difference of squares factoring. So we know that this is going to be equivalent to 2x minus 3 times 2x plus 3. These two conjugates multiplied together. So that's going to be the proper factoring. You could, multiply that out and check it, make sure it works. It does. All right, now, final steps here. We're going to take these two factors and use our zero product property to set up these two equations, which will give us the two solutions to this problem. So we're going to go ahead and add 3. And 2x equals 3, and then divide by 2. So our first solution is x equals 3 over 2. Solution number 1. And then this one, really similar. We'll subtract 3 from both sides. It's really going to be the only difference. And then divide by 2. We get x equals negative 3 over 2. Now, there are other ways for us to solve once we get to this stage. We could solve kind of more traditionally, adding 9 to both sides, dividing by 4, and then using the square root. Either way, we're going to come up with the same solution. Now, you might see the solution to this actually combined into one thing, since they're sort of the same number, but one's positive and one's negative. You might see it written this way. It's the same thing. This just stands for two solutions, but it means the same.